When I put my uniform on, I'm ready to help someone on the worst day of their life.
Oh. It's the ambulance here, mate.
As soon as we arrive, they just know they're in safe hands and that we're going to do everything we can to help them.
Does that feel better? Yeah?
I wouldn't have guessed you were 104.
I genuinely think laughter is the best medicine.
Let's go. Teddy wants to go. You're very brave.
To know that you bring someone that's very unwell to hospital and they get better. It's one of the best feelings in the world.
I promise I'll look after you.
Second to God, these people.
Let's get you in the ambulance, eh?
I feel really proud to wear this uniform and I feel really proud to be a paramedic.
On this episode of Paramedics, a courageous survivor
She's suffering from a really deadly disease.
faces up to her toughest challenge yet.
And Biss's heart goes into rhythm where she doesn't have any pulses anymore. So she is technically dead.
Can you hear me?
A crushing leg injury
90 degrees, out. Instant stomach turning.
threatens the career of a budding motocross champion.
I'm immediately concerned that our patient has done some significant injury to herself.
I need some exercise. I'll ride it home for him.
And paramedic Aaron proves even good Samaritans can have a bad leg day.
Didn't sign up for a hill. We're gonna cheat.
I love the siren. How can you not find that funny?
After 11 years on the job, intensive care paramedic Bill still looks forward to every day at work.
Oh gosh, there's so much to like about being a paramedic. It's a strange phenomenon when you are invited into a stranger's house and they can hand you their baby or they can direct you through to their loved one and they have no idea who you are. It's almost like wearing a Superman suit, walking into someone's house and being able to help them.
SA ambulance, tell me exactly what's happened.
I've just fainted for the second time today. My heart started doing somersaults.
At the Emergency Operations Centre, a brave woman is calling in, desperate for help.
I've got a tumour on the heart.
Is anyone else at home with you?
No.
Okay, we've got the ambulance coming out to you as quickly as we can.
With the 66-year-old home alone with a failing heart, Bill needs to reach her fast.
So it's come through that the patient could be in VT, where basically the heart is going way too fast to sustain life.
So the longer we leave them in a heart rate that is too fast for them, the more damage it does to the muscle. They can potentially have a heart attack, and that can be fatal as well.
The dangerous heart rate will have to be reversed quickly.
We need to be really on top of our game in terms of getting oxygen into this person's body. And we've also got some medication that we can give, and if it does come to it, we can use electricity to stop the heart and try to restart it.
The first paramedic team to arrive found the patient still conscious and have started monitoring her heart.
Ambulance, hey guys, how you going? It's Bill.
What was your name?
Silica Malichuch, everybody calls me Biss.
Biss, lovely to meet you, Biss. My name is Bill. I'm just here to make sure that we can get you to hospital safely, all right? So what have we got?
Today what's happened, she's had 2 fainting episodes, 4 in total, so we've witnessed 2 of them. Second one was a unconscious VT. In terms of her medical history, she's got stage 4 lung cancer and she's got a tumour on her heart.
The right ventricular outflow tract, it was 36 millimetres not long ago.
Okay.
The location of the tumour in Biz's heart puts her at high risk of going into the dangerous rhythm known as VT. As intensive care paramedic, Bill will now take the lead.
So what seems to have happened is your heart with your tumour is doing some funky things, right? So what we'll do is we'll keep you monitored the whole way. We've got some pads on in case we need to shock your heart with electricity, and we're monitoring your heart as we speak as well.
I'm already really concerned about Biss. because she's suffering from a really deadly disease that is going to cause her body to slowly degrade over time. But the fact that she has had 4 collapses today, she could be on the brink of cardiac arrest.
While we're just getting things set up, Peter, do you just want to draw up some neat adrenaline?
My biggest fear for Bis is that she will go into that heart rhythm called VT again in front of us, and we will actually have to perform CPR to save her life.
What are we having for lunch today?
Do you bring anything?
Well, you didn't eat the lunch I made for you yesterday that I packed for you.
I didn't get a chance.
Paramedics Chris and Sam are just starting their day shift. After a recent separation, Sam has moved in with his best mate.
Have you paid your rent to the divorced men's shelter? I didn't know food was included in there.
I have made my donation to the shelter.
And I'm still not sure who coined this, but we call it the divorced men's shelter because it seems that either one of us seems to shelter the other one when we're going through a divorce.
Sam, we are going to 22-year-old Tara. She's fallen off the motorbike and she's injured her leg.
The SOS is from a motocross competition, also known as dirt bike riding.
How far away are we?
12 minutes.
Okay.
Unless I drive like you, and then we're a minute and a half away.
There's not much protection on the motorbike. If you get into an accident, I've been to some pretty nasty ones with, broken bones and, spinal injuries and head injuries and fatalities.
Jeez.
This looks like a pretty frequent spot for an ambulance to come, I think. It looks like there's a bit of danger here.
Hopefully, no loss of limb if we can avoid it, but that's certainly a very real risk if there's compromised blood flow to the limb.
Once we get to this patient, I'm going to immediately assess for any life-threatening hemorrhages. Has she severed any blood vessels when she's injured her leg? Has it compromised the blood flow to the leg? Or has it compromised blood flow to the rest of the organs in her body? After seeing those people flying through the air on their bikes and racing past us, I'm immediately concerned that our patient has done some significant injury to herself.
So the plan is chair, bed, hospital. If she has a VT episode and goes unconscious, if it lasts for any more than 10 seconds, we will shock that.
Intensive care paramedic Bill is moving fast to get Biz to the safety of hospital. At any moment, her heart could go into a dangerous rhythm called VT and stop beating.
She does have an advanced schedule.
With her future so uncertain, the brave 66-year-old wants to make sure her end-of-life wishes are clear.
If your heart was to stop beating, would you like us to do CPR? So if there's something that we think we can fix, which in your case I think we definitely can, so we'll do CPR if that's okay with you.
To have these conversations with people about their lives while they are still alive is something that is so special and so unique to being an AMBO in pre-hospital care.
Is that what you'd be happy with?
Initially, yes, but also I don't want to end up in a state where I need constant care.
Knowing that Biz wants us to still continue to live life, I'm there for her.
Gotcha. All right, so what we're going to do is you're going to go foot over here as far as you possibly can. Lovely. And then we'll slide your bottom over. Perfect. Straight down.
There we go.
So your job, Peter, is if that rhythm changes, you let everyone know.
We're really worried about Biz. All 3 of us have got our game faces on. I'm definitely that duck on water. I'm looking cool, calm and collected above water, but down below I'm definitely paddling my feet as fast as I can towards the ambulance.
What's that pain starting?
Just as the team reach the stretcher, Biz shows alarming signs of another VT episode.
OK, let's get you onto the bed. Can we lean you forward? Lean you forward.
Biz stops talking to us, Biz stops breathing, and Biz's heart goes into rhythm where she doesn't have any pulses anymore.
All right, do you want to press charge? We'll get it nice and flat. You're OK. You're all right. Can you hear me?
This is what we classify as pulseless VT, so she is technically dead.
Can you hear me?
Paramedics Chris and Sam have just arrived at a dirt bike event. A young woman has crashed and badly injured her leg.
G'day, guys. It's not too bad. This is Tara, is it?
Yep, so Taj.
Taja. No worries.
Let me get up. Let's go.
As I walk up to our patient, she introduces herself to me and she says, "Hey, I'm Taj, like Taj Mahal."
Can you tell me what happened today?
I ate shit.
You hate shit. She's a real character, this one.
I think I was battling with a guy. I went on the inside.
Yeah.
And I've gone over onto the high side and my foot's just grabbed the dirt and bent back. 90 degrees out. Instant stomach turning.
Okay.
Medics at the racetrack have already given Taja the green whistle for emergency pain relief, and the Penthrane is definitely doing the job.
You didn't lose consciousness at all when you went down? Did you whack your head at all?
Yeah, Taj is in happy land at the moment, but you look down at her knee and it looks like it would be pretty painful. So I think the green whistle is just masking the amount of pain that she's really in.
I might just undo this one for a tick so we can have a look at it. So you reckon which way do you reckon it twisted?
Out.
Outwards, okay.
100% down.
I'm pretty confident that she hasn't broken any bones, but I am concerned that she's done some soft tissue damage, likely her medial cruciate. Not the anterior cruciate ligament or ACL, but nonetheless, the MCL is still going to take Taja off the track for weeks to months, which she is going to be spewing about.
We'll have to run you up to hospital. At the minimum, you need an X-ray to make sure we haven't fractured anything.
How long do you think I'll be at hospital for?
Hard to say. It depends on how much damage you've done to the knee. Okay?
Not a single thing.
Not a single thing. Well, let's hope.
No.
Let's hope it's good to go.
Round 2. Let's go!
Want to ride again? I reckon that might be the Penthrane talking, not the knee.
If it was up to Taja, we'd just fix her knee on the spot and throw her right back on the bike and she'd be out in the next race, I think.
So I heard you had your shoulder done.
It turns out that this isn't Taja's first serious motorbike injury.
What happened there?
I had a recon.
Well, how'd you manage that? Same sort of thing?
Shit. Motorbike. Go to the right. Go 24. Woo!
Taj is quite the entertainer, even as we're wheeling her on the stretcher, waving to all her fans as we load her into the ambulance.
Keep using that whistle, okay?
Biz, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Just 1 second.
Bill and the team are desperately trying to restart Biz's heart after it stopped beating due to a condition caused by a heart tumour.
Yep, let's drop that one.
Yeah.
Everyone's safe? You're okay. You're doing very, very well.
Yeah.
They have now literally brought the 66-year-old back to life.
Biz, how you going? You're okay.
Heart of beating.
What was that?
You just got shocked. We gave you a little bit of electricity through your chest to get you out of that heart rate.
When you're dealing with people's lives, there is a lot at stake. And with Biz, we've already had the conversation that she does want to live. And if we can give her a good quality of life, then we need to do things as fast as we possibly can.
Who's this person to the right of you?
Adriana.
Adriana, you need to sit down and have a bit of a recharge and rest.
Even on her back, with her heart doing funny things, she's looking after you, Adriana. Beautiful. I think we're all set.
The first thing that Biz thought about wasn't herself. She actually thought about her friend to make sure that she was okay before she went to hospital, which is hugely selfless, especially for a person that quite literally came back from the dead.
So airway, we're happy with airway. How are you feeling?
All right.
Good. Do you know where you are?
Still in front of my house, I think.
Very good.
If I have a stroke, don't revive me. Not with the lung cancer and everything.
That's okay. So
No,
don't
I just
even.
felt something.
That's because we gave you some electricity through your body. So your body will be feeling very strange right now.
By giving Biz electricity, we're actually not in any better situation. We're at least 10 to 15 minutes from hospital, so we need to get her there, knowing that the primary cause, potentially being this tumour in her heart, is still there. So the danger of her going unconscious and dying again is very real.
I think we're ready to rock and roll. Let's head to the right.
I remember doing Kumon.
What's that?
All the Asian kids did Kumon.
Good friends Nee and Carlos first met at uni a few years ago, but there's still some things they don't know about each other.
It's like a math and English kind of school.
Yeah, right. Yeah. How often did you have to go?
Twice a week. It was a ball ache. Did not like it.
What I like working with Nee is that she just doesn't hold back. So whatever she is thinking, she says it out loud, and it's just, it leaves me in stitches.
Being direct is very much a Vietnamese kind of thing. I think I learned that a lot from my mum.
Hey, Mum. Oh, I love Mum.
Growing up in a market garden was very different to your typical normal childhood. When we were younger, we'd always come out here with Mum and Dad and help them. Mum and Dad arrived late 70s, early 80s. They literally had not a dime in their pocket. They worked really hard to get where they are now. Mum really wanted all of us to be successful, become doctors at one stage.
The seeds of family love led to Nee becoming a paramedic.
My grandpa, he passed away in 2006 from bowel cancer. And yeah, just remembering the paramedics and just seeing how compassionate and how nice they were to my grandpa. I want to be what they are. I want to be the people in green.
Chở đi thành ra nó thấy nó thích. Mẹ cũng rất là vui vẻ cho nó vô cái ngành này.
You're helping someone and it feels like you've got purpose in life.
The first job of the day suddenly comes through.
So we are going to priority 2, car v bus collision.
Nee and Carlos will be supporting an intensive care paramedic who is just ahead of them.
And that's all we've really got so far.
Okay. When I hear bus versus car, I think big collision, big car crash, big potential for neck, chest, spine, and internal injuries. So we're gonna hope for the best, but prepare for the worst.
Pretty big mechanism, that. Back of that car's crumpled.
Pulling up to the scene, first thing Nee and myself see is just bits and pieces of car all over the road. It's a big collision. We're just thinking this could be bad.
Massive.
While the bus driver is assessed by another crew, Nee and Carlos's patient is still in her vehicle.
Hey mate, how you doing?
How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
This is 39-year-old Fung.
Hello Fung, my name's Nee. Nice to meet you. Any LOC head strike?
No LOC, no head strike. Was wearing a seatbelt, has just taken it off. Just complaining of just left lateral neck pain.
Okay.
That is all.
Can I have a feel of your neck?
Yeah.
Is there any pain?
On that side to that up is pain.
Yeah, okay. I think Carlos, just maybe just precaution, yeah. The second I walked up to her, I asked her, have you got any pain anywhere? And she said, in the back of the neck. So that automatically sets off alarm bells because pain in her neck could cause massive repercussions in terms of her quality of life later on. Don't move, stay still, stay still.
We'll give you something a bit stronger.
Tough nut Taja has slammed her knee in a high-impact motocross accident. Paramedics Chris and Sam are getting ready to take her to hospital.
All right, I'm going to come and jump up next to you. We'll try and get you some more pain relief, OK?
See, darling?
We're loading Taj into the ambulance. All of a sudden, this guy in leathers just rolls in behind us. I'm thinking, who is this guy and where has he come from?
Come around the side, mate.
Turns out it's Taj's boyfriend, Mitch.
It's currently like wrecking into my foot. I'm like, I don't think I'm fit.
Mitch knows just how tough it was for Taja to get over her recent shoulder reconstruction. Now her dream to win a championship at the upcoming national titles has been shattered.
Do you want to take this with you?
I'm sorry.
Don't apologise.
I could have just toughed it out, but you told me.
No, I prefer to get checked out properly. I love you. I'll see you soon. Okay?
Good luck. Be safe.
Not only is this girl tough as nails and got such a high pain tolerance, but she's also the most understanding and supportive girlfriend. She's told Mitch, yeah, I'll be right. You go off and race. Don't worry about me. I'll see you later.
Oh man, my shoulder. The surgeon was like, it's gonna be bad. Oh my, I didn't think it was gonna be that bad. So I went back there for a 3-month checkup. Physio there was like another 8 weeks. I'm like, yeah, nah, that's not gonna work with me.
I feel like Taj is one of those people that listens to all the medical advice, but Taj is always going to do what Taj wants to do.
Who lives at home with you? Is it Mitch? Yep, cool. How did you guys meet?
Racing.
Racing, yeah. Yeah.
So I asked for some coaching and yeah, just kind of.
So that was the way in, like, oh, I need some coaching. Yeah. But it's great that you've got like the same shared interests and you can like enjoy it together and work together as well.
Yeah.
Struggle enough working with Sam and then going home and he's there as well.
I think sometimes when Chris tells people that we live together, they might take it the wrong way. We told one guy that we were housemates and he's going, oh, that's very nice for you boys.
Yeah, we're in.
The thrill seeker will now get scans to find out just how much damage she's done this time.
I love Taj's attitude of just getting on with things, not letting injuries hold you down. But I feel I need to give her the big brother talk, and I tell her she has to stay and listen to what the doctors say. Because if she doesn't get this treated, it's just going to end up in her likely having arthritis and not being able to ride bikes in the future.
How bad is your pain?
I think I can cope with that, but I'm sure if I move too much, it might affect that.
Of course.
Ni and Carlos are assessing Fong. The 39-year-old's car has been hit from behind by a bus, and the worry is she could have neck or spinal damage.
Fung, just in a minute, we're gonna get you on the bed. We'll get the bed nice and close.
I'm happy for
good one.
Step out. She's got good strength.
Looking at the overall picture of what's actually happened, there is that potential that there is something quite severe going on. It is very important now to get Fung onto the stretcher and immobilise and protect her neck. Nice and slow.
Try to keep your head nice and still.
Alrighty. Because you've had a massive mechanism, we're going to pop some bags either side of your neck just to remind you not to move your neck left and right.
Okay.
We always think worst case scenario, so we want to keep it as straight as possible and maintain that all the way until we get to hospital. If Fung does have a spinal cord injury, it could take a slight movement to make that injury 10 times worse.
So this is just going to be a reminder just to try to keep your head nice and still, okay?
With Fung now immobilised, she can be moved to the ambulance for a full examination.
There you go. Just thinking about this bus is that 10,000 kilos hitting into such a small car that can cause massive injuries to the person that's in the car. I'm going to have a listen to your breathing, okay? Head injuries is still something that we need to consider. Back injuries, pelvic injuries, any leg injuries. Okay, that looks pretty good.
There's no obvious signs of major injuries, but internal trauma is still a concern.
We need to get her to hospital quite quickly so that we can rule out any internal injuries. If a bleed is discovered on Fung's brain, it could be catastrophic and she could deteriorate quite rapidly.
So, Bill, just a heads up, we're 5 minutes out.
About 5 minutes out?
Yeah.
Cool. Do you want to patch us through for a notification?
Intensive care paramedic Bill is rushing his critically ill patient Biz to hospital.
We're an ICP crew coming to you Friday 2 from North Adelaide.
A tumour is causing Biz's heart to go into a dangerous rhythm called VT. Bill has already restarted her heart once. At any moment, it could stop again.
This is definitely not a comfortable drive to the hospital. With most patients, you can talk about their lives and their kids and their work. This drive, I've got one eye on the monitor and I've got one eye drawing up medications just in case she does go into that dangerous heart rhythm again.
What happened the first time this morning? Talk me through it.
Went to get off the toilet, ended up on the floor.
And then that was it? And then you woke up?
I cut my head open in the process.
And you just dealt with that all by yourself?
Yeah.
Wow, talk about stoic.
Here it comes again, the pain.
Just as we're about to arrive to the hospital, Biz has gone back into that fatal heart rhythm VT.
You're doing very well. Just keep talking to me, Biz.
Biz has gone unconscious for a couple of seconds. We've charged the monitor.
So everyone's clear. No one's touching the chest. We're going to charge.
Just before we're about to shock her heart.
Biz. Biz.
I called out her name.
Biz.
Yeah.
No, she's with us. No, it's okay. So we're going to cancel. Biz, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Beautiful. You can hear me. Lovely.
So thankfully, we didn't have to give her electricity straight away, but she still wasn't completely in the clear.
Well, we've still got pulses.
Biz definitely isn't out of the woods.
Can you open your eyes for me? We're at the hospital.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go inside. Right, you happy with that one?
Yeah.
So we can pop that on the back of the stretcher.
We've done our job in keeping Biz alive. I know that Biz's journey has only just begun.
How you feeling, Biz?
The likelihood of her going back into this fatal heart rhythm is extremely high. I hope for Biz that she's able to live another day and see her friends and family again.
We're just going into the hospital now, okay?
You're not in pain anywhere else, just that neck pain.
Yeah.
And 10 being the worst pain you've ever had in your life, and 0, no pain. What is it on that scale?
10.
Okay.
39-year-old Fung is in agony after the car she was driving was hit by a bus.
What does it feel like?
I think aching pain, like.
An aching pain?
Yeah.
Paramedics Nee and Carlos are now taking her to the Royal Adelaide Hospital, where scans will be needed to confirm what damage has been done.
Fung is a Vietnamese name. Do you make Vietnamese food?
My auntie make, I eat.
Same. With my mum, I just rock up and I just eat her food.
Yes.
What's your favourite dish?
I love noodles. They got like pho.
Oh, you know what? I could live on eating pho. Winter, summer, spring, autumn, every day of the week.
Yeah.
You guys are making me hungry back there.
I love talking to my patients. I love hearing about their life because I believe that communication is such a big part of being a paramedic. I feel like words can go a long way other than just medication and whatnot. All right, that Panadol's gone through. So pain right now is out of 10?
2 or 3.
2 or 3 out of 10, okay.
Doctors are standing by, ready to immediately scan Fung to rule out major injuries to her neck and back.
Alrighty, Fung, we're going to be heading into the resus room, all right?
Pain gets worse, you let me know, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Things can change within a split second and alter your life for the rest of your life. Fung, you might lose the sensation in her limbs, become a quadriplegic, paraplegic, all those things are swirling in my head.
It's my friend's birthday tonight, and I keep getting like all the Instagram stories of them having a little party.
And the Snapchats of everyone doing fun things.
Oh well, you know, that's the life we chose.
Shift workers.
Yeah.
Aaron and Laura are feeling a bit of FOMO on the night shift.
And you know, it's not all bad like having the weekdays off, but I feel like every now and then when you're working those Saturday nights, you get a little bit jealous. Aaron, we are going to a car verse pushback.
A serious case suddenly comes in.
But there's literally no other information. Doesn't say anything about injuries. Says multiple patients involved. Coming off a bike, you can get any kind of injury. Pretty much it could be nothing, like they're literally uninjured and they're up walking, or they're unconscious and they've got life-threatening injuries, or they're already dead.
I used to ride to work and stuff like that before I got this job. And riding on the road, it's sketchy.
Oh, so sketchy. Wouldn't want my family members doing it. Nah. I'm not scared of much. I'll go skydiving, I'll do everything. Like, I am an adrenaline junkie, but when it comes to bike riding and having to keep an eye out for everything else that's going on around me, that really scares me.
And people can't see you either.
People can't see, especially at this time of night. Oh, is it here?
They're right in the middle of the road.
Arriving at this scene, we see a patient lying in the middle of the roundabout. It appears lifeless. He's not moving. We don't know what we're walking into.
SA ambulance, tell me exactly what's happened.
54-year-old gentleman fell about 2 metres from a tree.
At the Emergency Operations Centre, a distressed woman is calling for help. Her friend is in serious trouble.
Not able to walk at all, not able to move.
We'll get him checked out, so I've organised that help for you.
So he's come through as a 74-year-old gentleman who's fallen 2 metres out of a tree 2 days ago.
Oh, wow.
Now struggling to move and walk, query fractured ribs.
New work partners Georgia and former Olympic diver Ben are rushing to the critically injured patient.
So I know this is 2 days ago, but if he's broken a rib, he's been up and moving about. If that rib has been causing damage to his lung tissue, he could be essentially leaking air into his chest cavity. And and collapsing his lung.
Yeah.
A collapsed lung is where the actual outside of the lung tissue has a hole in it. And what that does is every single breath you take squashes that lung smaller and smaller and smaller, and therefore that lung collapses. It not only can kill you, but it will kill you. Clear left.
Thank you. We still need to assess head and neck and back as well.
Hiya.
Hello.
My name's Ben, this is George.
I'm Doris. Graham and I've been friends for a long, long time.
Oh, bless you guys.
Graham's close friend Doris has not left his side since finding out about the accident.
Hello, sir.
Oh, jeez.
Graham, tell me what's happened.
Well, I was cutting a branch off.
Yeah.
And when the branch came down, it knocked me out of the tree.
Right.
And I landed pretty well flat on my back.
What were you up there cutting a branch with?
Chainsaw.
Chainsaw?
Yeah.
So not only was he up a tree 2 meters high, he was chainsawing a branch off, fallen flat on his back with a chainsaw above him. I don't know how lucky this man is not to have done something like chopping his leg off, or even worse, chopping his own head off. If you could rate your pain from 0 to 10...
At its worst, I'd give it a 10.
Yeah, and that's when you... Is that when you take a deep breath or move?
It stops me dead.
Right, OK. To be in this much pain, we were concerned that you've, maybe done something a little bit mischievous to your lungs, collapsed your lung. I'm going to have a listen to your chest. Now my concerns for Graham is that he's potentially broken his ribs from this fall. And if that's the case, they could be poking into his lungs. So now I need to make sure that he's actually got air moving in and out of those lungs. Big breath. Yeah, sorry.
No way.
Sorry, mate. I've got a respirator of about 30.
Sure.
Your breathing's a bit shallow.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like...
I try and inflate.
Yeah.
Fully. That's when...
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Graham's got a respirator of 30, and that's double what it should be. A normal person only takes about 12 to 15 breaths in a minute. So he's working twice as hard, and there's got to be a reason for that. I'm just going to push very gently. How are we doing through there? Painful?
Oh, don't push any harder.
No. So essentially, we'll have to take you to the hospital. You're going to need an X-ray. We're ready when you are. Well done.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah, how are we going?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, how do you feel? Wobbly-wise, okay? Look at him, he's off. He's like an athlete. Look at him go. They just don't make him as tough as they used to. Graham needed to ring us 2 days ago, and he actually hasn't even called us. Doris is concerned at the way he is now. So if it was up to Graham, I don't think he would have ever called the emergency service or even seen a doctor. All good?
Yeah, all good.
My main concern is, has he actually broken his ribs, and now has that caused a punctured lung? That is a huge medical emergency that will potentially need an operation to fix immediately. I'm ready to head when you are.
No worries.
What's your name, mate?
Jitendra.
Jitendra? Yeah, what's happened today?
Aaron and Laura are coming to the rescue of 41-year-old Jitendra, who's just been knocked off his bike by a car.
I was coming from office from that way.
Yeah? Okay, so you were coming this way and the driver coming this way? Do you know how fast he was going? You're not sure.
Laura needs to quickly work out just how hard Jitendra's been hit.
Were you wearing a helmet? You were. Where's your helmet?
I'll go get it for
Okay, no worries.
At bike accidents, we always ask to see the patient's helmet. It just gives us a really good indication if they have struck their head, how hard, is their helmet cracked, and it gives you a bit of an idea of how serious someone's injuries could be.
His helmet's nice, which is good. I think he sort of just got bumped off.
Do you think you could try and sit up, or you're in too much pain?
Yeah, I can sit up.
Do you want to try and sit up for me? We might get you up onto our bed, okay? And check you out from there. There we go. That's the way. You're probably really quite shocked that you were hit. Thankfully, Jitendra is responding to me. His airway's fine. There was no obvious signs of massive deformity or damage. But mentally, I think anybody who's getting hit by a car is going to be shaken up. Do you want to call your wife?
And my wife will get worried.
She'll get worried, of course she will. Yeah. Well, the good thing is you were able to walk and you were able to stand and things like that. So just gonna have a quick listen to your lungs, okay?
While Laura checks Jitendra, outside, Aaron is doing the same for his bike.
The wheel's bent, but not much. Oh, and his pedal's a bit crooked, but he might be all right.
And that's not the only good news. Jitendra has also been given the all clear by Laura and will not need a trip to hospital.
Is it possible for you guys to drop?
Yeah, we can probably do that. That shouldn't be a problem.
Hey, Laura, where does he live?
Royston Park.
700 metres away. I need some exercise. I'll ride it home for him.
No.
Yeah. You just have to drive this and then I'll ride it.
All right.
Wouldn't be the first time I've ridden someone's bike home for them.
Fabulous. OK, I'll drive you home.
We care for our patients in various different ways, and sometimes the care we give isn't what you've learnt at uni or during your training. It's something completely different.
Oh, meant for it.
Just cracks me up that Aaron, he's already pretty much put the helmet on and he's ready to go. I think he wanted to do it. I think he wanted to go for a ride.
Oh, she's wobbly. I didn't prepare for this. I didn't sign up for a hill. Come on, bike.
I'm really glad Jitendra only lives 700 metres away. His front wheel's wobbling, the pedal is crooked, the chain sounds like it's going to come off. But I'm just thinking about Jitendra and I know how much he's going to appreciate it.
Between them, Aaron and Laura make sure Jitendra and his bike are delivered safely back home.
You beat us.
That's great. I didn't go to the gym today. A little bit of exercise.
For me, it's really important to just take that little load off, make someone smile, get them to be happy, really remember a positive experience and not think about the time that he got hit by a car and he didn't know what to do. He can think about the time he got hit by a car and a couple of his friends helped him home.
Might have to have a day off work tomorrow. Maybe a day off the bike.
You still look like you're struggling, Graham. There's no tick box for bravery. Use the whistle when you need to.
Ben and Georgia are keeping a close eye on Graham as they rush him to hospital for a suspected collapsed lung. The stoic 74-year-old was up a tree with a chainsaw when he plunged 2 metres to the ground.
Do you feel like your breathing's more difficult right now?
When we hit a bump, I get a slight spasm of pain.
Graham's putting on a really brave face, and yet his rest rate's still high, his heart rate's high, his oxygen level's low, and he's still struggling to speak. I'm still concerned that air potentially is leaking from his lung into his chest, which is a life-threatening injury. All right, let's have a listen to your chest again. Your breathing's very shallow. Your oxygen levels aren't too flash, if I'm going to be honest. We've still got equal chest rise and fall.
All right, we're almost there.
Graham meets level 1 trauma. This is a golden ticket to resus. He needs an X-ray as soon as he possibly can. And he also needs a team of doctors to assess him because of the nature of his injuries and how serious they can be.
How are you feeling, Graham?
Okay.
Promise me you won't be climbing trees with a chainsaw.
You're a worry, Graham.
I know, yes. You're not the first person to say that.
My hope for Graham is that he hasn't got a collapsed lung and he doesn't have any internal injuries. Hopefully, Graham learns his lesson from being out on his own 2 meters up a tree with a chainsaw. I just don't think he will. All right, we'll get you in.
Can you hear me?
With stage 4 lung cancer and a tumour that causes her heart to race, 66-year-old Biz needed to be shocked back to life.
Confirming shockable.
Yep, let's shock that one. Okay, everyone's safe. You're okay. You're doing very, very well.
And gave the experienced paramedic Bill another scare along the way.
Dizzy. Assess heart rhythm. Biz? Yeah. No, she's with us. No.
After being admitted to hospital, brave Biz survived being shocked an astonishing 3 more times. After a few days in intensive care, she was allowed to return home.
Can you tell me what happened today?
I ate shit.
You ate shit.
6 weeks ago, tough nut Taja crashed her bike during competition. The first time back since a major shoulder reconstruction, the 22-year-old was worried this accident could be the end of her riding career.
As soon as I picked the bike up, I looked at my leg and it was 90 degrees out. For me to physically have to turn it back, instant stomach turning. I 100% knew that I had done some damage.
This time, the 22-year-old was lucky. Diagnosis? A high-grade tear of her medial collateral ligament.
I'm pretty stoked that I didn't do my ACL. It's just a brace for 6 weeks. I wasn't looking at surgery. I wasn't looking at 12 months. So that was, yeah, pretty good for what could have been a really bad situation.
Sadly, Taj is going to miss out on the national championships. For now, the go-getter can only sit on the sidelines and watch her partner Mitch show off.
Pretty jealous. It sucks. I really don't like just hanging around, just watching. I really want to be a part of it. It's unfortunate you do get injured in this sport, but I've been doing it my whole life. I love doing it. I love training for it. I don't really want to quit. I can't not compete. It's pretty well my whole life.
Can I have a feel of your neck?
Yeah.
I think Carlos, just maybe just precaution, yeah.
After miraculously surviving the massive impact of a bus collision.
And then Fung, I'll be in the back with you, okay?
39-year-old Fung was urgently admitted for both CT and MRI scans to rule out the possibility of any head or spinal injuries. Later that day, she was discharged from hospital, relieved to be walking out.
Hello, sir.
Oh, jeez. 74-year-old Graham fell 2 metres from a tree while holding a chainsaw and took 2 days to ask close friend Doris to call for help.
Big breath. Yeah, sorry.
No way.
Sorry, mate.
Paramedics Ben and Georgia feared broken ribs and a life-threatening collapsed lung. Scans revealed Graham had broken 3 ribs. He was released with strict medical advice to rest up.
Hi, Doris.
What's you up to then? You come over to...
Cut this piece of wood that's too big to go in your fireplace.
But old habits die hard.
I don't think you should be doing that now, Graham.
Got to be done sometime, Doris.
Can we leave it at that now?
All right.
OK, let's go.
Doris enjoys their regular catch-up for a cuppa, but she isn't going to let up on Graham anytime soon.
You haven't been up on a tall ladder and cutting trees.
You'd really have to be off your rocker, wouldn't you, in order to undertake tree lobbing at that age with a chainsaw that's twice the size of yourself?
Well, nothing's happening here except my complaints about the rain. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
With the pain from the fall now easing, Graham knows how lucky he was.
Anyone that needs paramedics should be really appreciative of their efforts, I tell you. The way they operate it gives you a tremendous amount of confidence that you're in good hands. They were brilliant, really brilliant.
And if Graham ever plays Daredevil again...
Oh, that's too hot.
It is,
Yes,
yeah.
don't drink that yet.
He'll have Doris to answer to.